back to the Mindbender Mental Performance Podcast.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Mindbender Mental Performance Podcast. I'm your host, Kowalski, and today we're diving into part 2 of our exploration of chapter 1 from Harvey Dorfman's insightful book, prophetic book, profound book, Coaching the Mental Game. If you're a coach, player, or just somebody looking to sharpen up the mental game to get your skills up, you're in the right spot. The place is here. The time is now. First off, let's talk about leadership and sailing the right ships. First, we sail relationships, then leaderships, then championships. Dorfman lays it out pretty plainly. He says leadership isn't just about having authority. It's about caring for your players consistently. It's a blend of tenderness and tough-mindedness. It's a blend of, pat on the ass, pat on the back, right? Think about it. Players are looking for someone to guide them, someone who can offer direction and structure. It's a part of what helps players feel secure. And when it's secure and connected, we can play confident. So as coaches, our job is to be crystal clear about our beliefs, about our expectations, what we stand for, what our mission, our vision, our principles are, where we're going. This clarity isn't just helpful, it's essential. So players are going to be watching. The thought police are always out inspecting. The cherries and berries of the thought police are always out. So the players are going to be watching. They're going to see if we practice what we preach. If it's rules for thee and not for me. So they can sniff out that bullshit a mile away. So let's be real with ourselves and let's be real with them. Let's talk a little bit about credibility. Every time you, as a coach, assert your authority, you're putting your credibility on the line. Your players are paying attention. If they sense inconsistency or if you contradict yourself, you risk losing their trust. But we're all human. We make mistakes. And guess what? All good. What? So what? Now what? What happened? Okay, so what? What's in my control? What's out of my control? And the key is how we handle adversity. Do we make adversity our advantage? Do we make a setback a setup for a comeback? So when we acknowledge that we're human, that we make mistakes, if we're human and human make mistakes, then we are certainly in the line to make a mistake. If you show your players that you're just like them, you're learning, and that creates a stronger, more connected bond. And as the great Torey Lovello said, a connected team is a dangerous team. It fosters an environment where everybody feels empowered to grow. Dorfman also emphasizes the importance of emotional regulation, staying neutral, right? How many sides of the coin are there? Heads, tails, oh, that's it? No, the ridge in the middle, that's neutral. When we react out of emotion, it can undermine our credibility. We've all been there. Sometimes it comes out of our mouths, right? You swallowed the bug with your dirty mouth. It's not our best self, but who we are some of the time is not who we are. Who we are most of the time is who we are. So you're human, all good. Release statement. What? So what? Now what? What happened? So what? What's in my control? What's out of my control? And now what? What does this situation call for now? So players want to see that their leader knows what the fuck they're doing. They want to feel confident in their coach's knowledge and their composure. By maintaining a nice balance, we not only enhance the player's mental state, but we also build the confidence that they need to get the most out of their performance, to get their most out of executing pitches, so they can perform more confidently, more consistently, and around more controllable, positive outcomes. Good. Speaking of striking a balance, we got to talk about authority. Authority doesn't mean being a dictator, 'cause I said so, right? It's about guiding. Let them be Luke Skywalker. You get to be Yoda. We guide them towards a shared vision, a common goal, our mission, a vision, our principles, what we stand for. That's the foundation. When you're building a culture, first we have to assess what the culture is and where it's at, and then look to build an MVP process in there, a mission, a vision, and a core principles that guys can unify around. Team credo, right? What you stand for. At Ole Miss, it's Rebs. I believe at Oregon State, I think it's Relish. So LSU, it's Tigers. So what do you stand for? Play with that and have a core principles. Have above and below the line behaviors so you can quickly identify, yo, dude, that's above the line, or yo, dude, that's above the line or below the line. And then we can course correct. So here's a Zyn pouch to throw in your lip. Be clear about the consequences of not meeting expectations. Consistency is key. And it's also, like we've talked about many, many times, a fucking superpower. Do a little, a lot, not a lot, a little. That's how you maximize your opportunity. That's how you get the most out of every opportunity you have and accelerate your learning curve too. Players have to know what's at stake and how their actions are going to be evaluated. How will you inspect what you expect? Let's talk about finding a little balance. Dorfman, he warns against extremes. Remember, we talked about staying neutral, being overly oppressive or too permissive. We've got to find that middle ground. A coach should be strong without being insensitive. You should be compassionate without being a little bitch, right? That's what we want. I think John Wooden actually said, and I think the brociopath himself, Enrique Byroness, can, over his Wooden Wednesday Daily Hustle podcast, as he does Wooden Wednesday, I think Wooden said, the greatest strength is gentleness. Feel, touch, right? Good. This is about understanding what the situation demands. When making decisions as coaches, as leaders, we have to ask ourselves, and this is for players who are looking to lead too. When making decisions, we got to, what does this moment call for? Am I in control of my attitude and emotions right now? What does this situation need from me? Is there a place I could go with my attitude and emotions that would be worth going to? And if the answer is yes, then we take action. We fucking go there. Instead of what do I want, right? What does this moment call for? What does this situation need from me right now? Be the best player for the team, not the best player on the team. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at begin to change. When we shift perspective, we can help find a balance, and we can foster a more effective leadership style and a more effective connected team. A connected team is a dangerous team. Shout out to the great Tori Labello. Let's wrap it up today. Again, as a coach, your goal should be to energize, empower, educate, inspire, connect with your players. You got to inspire them to want to do what you want them to do. It's about forging genuine relationships and connections, going beyond just authority. And when you establish that personal relationship, now we can have more impact, we can have more purpose, we can have more presence, we can get more confident, consistent, controllable, positive outcomes. So let's wrap it up. We're going to break down chapter 1 from coaching the mental game. Remember, leadership in sport, in baseball, it's more than just about strategy. It's about building the relationships, sailing the right ships, creating an environment where players can thrive mentally and in the corazon, huh? Join me next time as we explore the power of touch and feel. You know, having that feel, having that touch, striking that balance, finding that fulcrum, right? Getting everybody aligned on a mission. It can help elevate the coaching game, elevate players. Because ultimately, who do players learn the most from? Their teammates. Who's the best coach for each player? Themselves. When do things get better? When you fucking get better. So, if you want to break it down further, let me know. Until then, enjoy October baseball. It begins before it begins. You already know. The best is yet to come.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.